We're about to spend a whole week camping deep in the mountains of Patagonia. To be honest, I am a little nervous, but also I just really needed this. I needed to run away from the human world. I don't know about you, but for me, the fast-paced life that this world demands of us tends to sneak up on me. So in my last video, I set out on a journey to Patagonia with my friends Cami and Jess. And on this summer road trip, what I really want is to find again the things that make life magical. After crossing the Andes mountain range into Chile, I've learned there's an old-time legend that says that these mountains are actually very temperamental. And if they don't like you, they might bring terrible weather to your crossing and you might just never be seen again. Thankfully, that didn't happen. And we arrived to one of the wildest and most remote regions in the world. I can't remember when was the last time I set up a tent. I think it was probably on my very ill-fated road trip through Australia, which was also a very slow motion breakup with my long-distance Australian ex. And that was years ago, so it's safe to say I didn't really remember how to do this, but the girls really got it. And now it was time to go to sleep in our tent by the river in a place far from civilization. In my ideal life, my dream life, the one that I see when I close my eyes and before I go to sleep, I start every day with a swim in the river.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Okay. Come on. Are you sure about that? He's pretty good. Deep here.
I don't really know why, but swimming in a wild, cold mountain river is the thing in the entire world that makes me feel the most like myself. I truly believe it is medicine for the spirit. Another great thing of being in such a remote place is that I personally had no cell phone signal. So I could start the day without doom scrolling and without all the thousands of things that want to steal my attention from me. And after a slow wake up and breakfast, it's time to go on an adventure. We are going in search of a hidden waterfall. And though we might not know how long the hike actually is, we are determined to be here, be present, and be open to whatever it is we discover. After making some cow friends on the way there, we had to stop and seek refuge under some shade because it was so hot. But thankfully I found a bush full of ripe blackberries to sustain us. After trekking under the sweltering summer sun, we arrived to what felt like an entirely different world. Bathed in cold mountain spring water and cloaked in moss, this is the Selva Valdiviana, a unique rainy forest at the very southern end of the world. Being here together, alone, with the water and the sun, truly reminded me of the beauty of simply being here, being alive, the core of the things that truly matter. I truly think that I have fallen in love with this place. With its rivers, waterfalls, fog, mossy forests, winding roads. There is something very magical about it, and I just feel like my dream of a piece of land and a witchy community would do well here. But alas, our tent pole broke and we had to head into town to get it fixed. I cannot explain to you just how many gnomes I saw in windows in this town. But we had some bread and some excellent coffee, met a few new friends, and utterly failed at thrifting.
Oh wow.
But it turns out that this town has a wonderful crafts fair, and it's very rare that I find jewelry I like, so this was a momentous occasion.
Hear me? So we spent the entire day in Puerto Varas, which we didn't intend to do, but there were just so many cool things, right? We went to a really nice craft fair and spent way too much money.
I got this and this, and I am so excited about it. She got this hat.
Yeah. I got a hat, I got a bag, I got these rings, I got this.
I only have these earrings, but
Which are really cool though.
Cami is the only reasonable one here.
While we were in town, a man told us an old Mapuche legend, the tale of the princess Licarayén. It is said that in the old Wilichi lands lived a beautiful, kind princess called Licarayén, who was in love with a great chief, and they were to be wedded very soon. But humans were not alone here. Deep in the volcano Osorno there lived a great and ancient spirit. He was also in love with the princess, and he was jealous. So jealous that he visited earthquakes and fire upon the people. And the wise ones learned that the only way to stop it was the sacrifice of the kindest and most beautiful person. The princess accepted her fate gladly, even though she had to be sacrificed by her beloved, as she knew that this would save her people. And after her heart was torn out of her chest, a great bird came, took it, and dropped it in the depths of the volcano. And all the people were saved thanks to Licarayén.
Yeah.
Still, the next morning dawned bright and fair again. There was an odd that they rode still forward up to dusk and into the night beneath the moon. Like Good morning. Last night, my friends and I arrived at this beautiful wooden cottage in the woods. Getting here was quite an adventure. I was driving at night, and it was like about a 10-kilometer stretch of road that was just gravel and full of irregularities. And it was my first time driving in those conditions, so it was challenging, but my friend Jess really helped me navigate. Like, she was telling me of the curves that were coming up ahead, and we arrived here like very late after quite a rainy evening, and after several days of camping it was very nice to have a hot shower and a warm meal. But my favorite thing was that as we drifted off to sleep, we could hear thousands of frogs singing all around. I think the area we're in is kind of a wetland with a forest on it. I also find it very inspiring to be here because If you've been following the channel for a bit, you know that it's my dream to someday own a bit of land and build a wooden cottage on it. And I feel like I am seeing all these different ways of living and different different places in the world. And now for the next few days we're going to be staying in these cabins in the forest, foraging for berries and baking and cooking local foods and just having a bit of a quiet, calm time. At least for me, it's very necessary after a week or so of constant movement. I feel like I need to slow down now, and this seems like the perfect place for it. It is quite magical. Everything is mossy. Our clothes have not yet dried from the river days after, but I think it's worth it. It feels good to be somewhere remote and quiet, except for the frogs. I needed to slow down and enjoy being here with my friends. If you want to see our next adventures, I hope that you'll subscribe to my channel. And if you want to support the making of these slow living videos, you can also subscribe to my Patreon. I hope that you have a calm and cozy day as well. And I will see you very soon. I think this time far from the human world reminded me that whimsy and adventure are always awaiting, and that we can always return to nature to be reminded that we live in a magical world. Join me in my next video as the girls and I live our dream slow coven life in a witchy cabin deep in the southern forests.